I'm saying we're going in game. Like, we're going to be in the game very soon. Like, right now.
Yeah, we're in the game.
Yeah. We're good?
Yeah.
We're on the same page? 2 seconds?
Yeah, we're on the same page. Yeah, I'll just go to the restroom real fast.
Oh.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, see. Okay, cool. You asked for 6 minutes earlier, and then, you know, you were actually 2 minutes. Now you asked for 2 seconds, you're going to be 2 minutes as well. Seems like time is not truly a thing of meaning to Austin. It is going to be top left, Clem. This is a best of 5, of course, in the finals today. So he's going to be looking to see if he can take down Classic. He has a very good track record against Classic. I always say about Clem Classic series is that I really always feel as though Classic puts up great games, great fights. It's surprising to me that he hasn't won more frequently against Clem. Just because we see him play so many good games against Clem, the fact that he doesn't actually get wins as frequently, like he actually wins quite a few maps, but he does not win the series very often, so yeah, I gotta say that that was a bit surprising me, because I remember looking up at some players, actually Classic does well against Clem. He's like 0-10 or something, but like I say, always playing fun matches, and always playing some fun games here and there, so it's always cool. Let's take a couple moments, obviously getting set up here. And seeing where we're going to go to. The probe coming across the map is going to go and scout in. Clem going to open up with that Reaper initially as well. And we'll have him, the SCV just nibbling back at the probe. So the probe going to get pushed back. Factory is going to be coming up next. A double gas from Clem before we get the expansion ready. And Classic will just take the Nexus and a Cybercore for a few moments of setup. And Factory building up, the Tech Lab coming in. It's going to see the Nexus, the Adept, and the Warp Gate building as well. And yeah, we really are just waiting for the first couple minutes of this game to develop on through. We'll see what kind of approach Clem is going to go for, what sort of aggression he maybe wants to strike with. Get that figured out in the next couple moments. And then also kind of see what the tech of Classic is going to be. I mean, we expect a Twilight Council 9 times out of 10 nowadays in this matchup, so we'll see if that's maybe going to ring true here. And Classic as well, just playing into that blink and setting up from there and seeing what he can do. Hello?
Very true.
Very true.
Very true. Adept into Sentry into Stargate. Now, this is what we call a manly build, Wardy. Full risk, no reward. You'll love to see it.
Full risk, no reward.
Yeah. If I have to believe the Terrans, they all think, man, Phoenix is the worst unit in the world. You think this Adept dies? No way, right? Oh, it does.
It does.
Oh, I hate Terran units.
Doesn't even get the Reaper. It's disgusting, isn't it?
It really is. This battery is not in time, is it?
It doesn't feel like it. The Cyclone Reaper already halfway across the map. Battery is not even halfway done right now, so feels pretty scary actually. Clem's gonna have a good little bit of time where he can poke around and put the lock on. I mean, you can't really push the Cyclone back here either, right? Grenade gonna keep the Stalker forward, and we are gonna get the Stalker as the Cyclone is able to keep that lock on for long enough, and that is gonna be a little bit of a painful start.
That was a crazy pylon block there.
That was a crazy pylon block, yeah. Jeez. What a catch.
What a catch. That first force field also was good as hell, by the way. Holy cow. Otherwise, you're just going to get both units kited to death. Clem is dealing a lot of damage, but it feels like he probably should have dealt a little bit more. Like, I think if you tell Clem before, it's like, hey, you're going to kill a Stalker, a Sentry, and 3 probes. If you sign on the dotted line, Clem would be like, oh, that's great. But after he walks in and sees no battery, and he sees a single Stalker and a single Sentry, he's like, okay, I'm gonna win the game here outright, you know? Like, Clem has done that, but the defense here out of Classic, given how bad the situation was that he created for himself, is honestly very freaking good. And on top of that, look at this, Wardy. No scouting information out of Clem. He isn't aware of the fact that there's a Phoenix. These Banshees are without cloak. They're the worst type of Banshees.
The worst type of Banshees, especially against Phoenix. They're not going to have a good time in the slightest. So this is going to be rough as he, just is blind and getting punished for a little bit. Marine Siege Tank Banshee continuing through. I'm just going to have ourselves Clem pushing out, but yeah, he has no idea about what he's walking into at all.
Yeah, this is like a 1-1, or sorry, like a 1-1-1 with 2 barracks for some extra production, right? There's no real follow-up plan here. SCV count is practically non-existent. All the money is being just funneled into these barracks to produce as many Marines, as many tanks, and as many Banshees as he humanly can. And boy, does he have a freaking big army.
Yeah. He really does. It's going to be showing up at the front right now. Charge not done, so Classic is a long way away from a lot of support for this. I'm going to start putting their wall off in as well, as he, you know, the goal here is to basically make it as difficult as possible for the pros to be able to move through. We actually get the engineering bay cancelled at least. Phoenix getting zoned very well so far. One of them almost already dead, taking a lot of damage in general. The entire front door of Classic just getting broken down by the setup of Clem. Another tank coming over as well. And I mean, this feels scary for Classic, who is waiting and buying time. I mean, if he can buy the right amount of time, then commit, maybe there's still a chance to break out effectively here. The Oracle at least doing some worker damage on the other side, so Clem is not mining freely at home. He's at least feeling some pain, but I mean, the straight-up natural of Classic is very close to dying off.
Yeah, and the Classic also had no army left, which is a pretty big deal. Marine count is phenomenal. Double bunkers out here as well. Banshee still shooting actively. GG gets called as Clem is going to win game number 1 in 6 minutes and 26 seconds. Against someone going a non-stim, non-combat timing, that is supposed to be a build order win. So...
He's so far from charge, though.
Yeah, well, but that's just because I think he didn't start it in time. Like,
okay.
I think theoretically, if you go Twilight before 3rd, like the only thing you're countering are these types of builds. So if you can't kill them, then your build just blows, you know? Like, this is not something that Phoenix is necessarily bad against. And like, if I think of the issues that Phoenix have, then this is not like, this is not even in, like, it's not my top 10, you know?
Yeah.
Top 20, not even.
Fair enough. Enough. See what Clem is going to bring out for a second game. We'll see. I think one of the scary things about playing against Clem is he's super confident going later in the game, but he's also super confident playing that kind of, you know, early game aggressive stuff. He's happy to kind of play the aggressive attacks and to get up and into your face and so on. So, just such a well-rounded player in this matchup at the moment. Definitely makes him a threat.
Yeah. I know Clem had like really good bouts in TVZ, but I feel like in the sickest thing about Clem in TVP is the sheer amount of build orders he has. I always felt like that was one like lacking things in his Terran versus Zerg, you know? Because his TVZ mid and late game was so good that he often kind of default back to either like Hellion Banshee or Hellion Lit 3CC. It felt like people weren't as afraid of him. Well, if you talk to Protoss players, like preparing for Clem is freaking hell. Because he can do anything and he's really freaking good at everything.
Yep. Really freaking good.
It's a core before Nexus here out of Classic into late second gas in that case. 2-1 mining for Clem. God knows what that means. It's a little bit less gas, so most likely not going to be an instant starport build, I think. Could be once again the tech lab thing. Oh, it's going to be a reactor this time. Interesting. Hate to see it.
Hate to see it. Factor in the reactor coming up next, coming through. Adept and the warp gate coming about as well. And just take a couple moments as the Nexus will continue by SCC builds. We get set up.
Third pylon before tech. This is not common, Wardy. It's going to be Stargate, I think. It's the only thing that makes any type of sense here.
So interesting to go Stargate twice in a row. When
Yeah.
it's such an uncommon way to play.
Yeah. This is like if you're going whale hunting and you see like or like whale spotting, you know, and you see what's it called? A white whale. Those are the rare ones, right?
Honestly, not too sure, but I understand what you're trying to say. It's like you go whale spot and you see the rare one twice.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go to the second part. Let me finish my story anyway. So you go whale spotting, it's just regular whales, and then all of a sudden you see a white whale. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. You call your wife, you know, and then on the way back, you know, in front of the coast, you see a second white whale. It's like, you probably shoot yourself through the head right at that moment, because this is peak, you know? It's the same here, like seeing Phoenix twice in a row in this matchup is freaking crazy. It also feels like Clem is actually gonna straight up win this game, which is also crazy.
Yep. He just dives
a lot
straight
of damage
in.
here, boss.
I mean, yeah, he just dives straight in. 4 probes. The 2 Reapers in the main base are still active. Phoenix doesn't have energy to live, so needs the Stalkers, but we do get away without losing another probe there, actually. Thought that was a guarantee, but apparently not.
Yeah, okay. Clem snipes one more. He split the damage over 2 probes and then got neither, and then in the end he got one of them. But yeah, 5 kills is pretty freaking significant. He also gets the full-on scout. Now he's running 2 mines across the map, which is a wild play.
Yep. Couple of barracks coming through. The Marines are building. Just want to see the Wooden Mines are just going to go bang, bang. Wow, both those Phoenix are going to end up low. So we don't lose any, but it's pretty painful to take a shot on each because now they're both going to be a little bit susceptible to getting hit again and falling down.
Yeah, but it obviously would have been worth if one would have died.
Yeah, of course.
They tell us the worst case scenario.
What?
That's what the worst case scenario for the Terran.
Oh, worst case scenario. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Oh, no, the worst case scenario is the Wooden Mines don't hit anything.
Yeah, but then they stay alive.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
So I don't like this. But I guess we'll see. Classic is going to go Charge Templar. I actually believed in this for a little bit too, let me tell you. Phoenix into Charge Templar. It basically uses the Phoenix as a replacement for the Blink Stalker.
It's interesting.
It is, but I found that the Phoenix is just a worse Blink Stalker. So it didn't really, like, it didn't make a lot of sense pretty much. So you stop certain things. So like Raven in that space is gone. Like Banshee, not quite as powerful. Like Medivacs in that space also pretty much gone, but then chasing armies becomes much, much harder later on pretty much. Keeping in contact with opponents' armies is much harder as well. Dealing with early game pushes can be quite tricky too, so there's a lot of things that are not simple to deal with. So it just kind of changes your problems to something else, and it feels like that something else is actually worse most of the time. And you're still gonna need Blink in the end, so you're kind of delaying a very useful upgrade. And Phoenixes fall off so hard in the mid game that I don't know. If you're not getting big economy back for it, it doesn't really feel super worth it.
Very interesting because yeah, as soon as you see Blink coming up behind, it's like, well, maybe yeah, was the Phoenix really worth it? Did they really do enough? Were they worth the investment or the justification of going into it? Probably not. You see a single Marine gonna stim out over the other side. And there's more barracks coming through, +1 attack, concussive shells coming up as well. And Blink in the gateway coming about. Extra probes in the sim layer coming through too. Continue to get set up.
Yeah, no fort base yet either here for Classic, by the way, which is a little bit scary given that the 3rd CC for Clem is finishing. Right, this is really... like something needs to happen right now, where Classic gets a minor or a major win. He just needs something.
Then we've seen the bio getting there. Zealot going down. We do have the pylon going to get picked away at for a couple of moments as well. A bit of action there as you just see the storms coming down. A lot of bio going to get hit by those. It's going to be a bunch of damage right off the bat.
Yeah, Mine's dealing some good damage here, and I think Clem is okay with this. Like, he's kind of controlling the pace of the game right now. There is no Colossus follow-up because there's no robotics facility quite yet. The mine count is going to continue to increase. Once he gets Ghost and he manages to walk across the map, I think his position is just going to be so good here for him.
Zealot's moving about. Just going to see the +1 the Blink coming over. Next in the Prism on the way up. The bio spreading across. This Classic supply blocked a few moments there as well. Not exactly going to help. As the Nexus and Pylon build on through. Just going to be having a couple of Zealots continue to come by, but they're going to get jumped on, cleaned out as well pretty easily.
Yeah, lots of kind of idle pickups here for Clem, right? Like you see 5-4 Zealots going down. We see a couple of Pylons also being sniped here. That's a lot of cash. Clem now just pushing in. Fort gets cancelled. As I think the moment these ghosts survive, the push that's going to occur at that point, or the fight that will occur at that point, is going to be so difficult for Classic because he doesn't have a secondary splash source.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be definitely a tricky little situation en route soon. Just gonna have the bio pulling back a little bit further. We take a couple of moments to set up once more. So got the Ghost coming about, the Medivacs and the Marines coming through. It just feels very scary right now for yeah, it feels very scary here for Classic.
Yeah, definitely does. Mines need the siege up. There are some ghosts here in this army. There's also an observer here for the first time. 2 Templar in the prison, but 3 Medivacs in the main base. We're going to recall instantly. +1 is not going to get cancelled. That was a real darn close, though. Titan's going to get sniped. One Medivac is extremely low. It's just going to die here. As a lot of units actually get left behind. Not the cleanest pickup out of Clem.
No, not the cleanest. Could have maybe saved a little bit more. Was unfortunate not to get the upgrade as well. Kind of felt like he maybe could have had that, but was just a little too slow. Now the next on the left side going to get cancelled again, though. The Arc on the front also going down. Man, Classic is just bleeding out. He's actually not going to get the next because he's going to start hitting those Zealots instead. Storm's used here, but we still have units fighting, and without any Zealots in front, the Stalkers just do not survive against the Marauders that are here. Classic is losing on both fronts, and Clem is going to overwhelm to take a 2-0 lead. But a lot of build-up in the semi-finals, but this final has been very one-sided and very directed toward Clem.
Yeah, I like torches.
Yeah, this map was... This is one of those maps where at first glance it looks terrible, right? Like, it's not normal, it looks a bit weird, and so people don't really play it. And the TLMC, no one wanted to play it, got insta-vetoed every series. But it's actually fit really nicely into the map pool, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's very good against Zerg, and it's not so great against Terran, but the games I play on it generally end up being quite fun, like pretty dynamic majority of the time, so that's cool. I'm a fan of that. Dude, look at Clem's SCV micro. It's always cool to see, they just select all of his SCVs and then see how quickly he could, like, shift clicks them back. It's sick, no?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he gets almost all of them. He is by far the best Terran player at this. Like, by far. The best Protoss at it is Max Pax, and the best Zerg, I think, is Lambo. But Lambo mainly gets a lot from his initial split, I think. His initial split is very good, and then his drone micro is also good, but he is by far the fastest hatcheries out of everyone. Clem has a command center timings. I've seen him do like 135 frequently, early 135. Which is like pretty much 2.5 seconds faster than the average Terran player. Like usually Terran players, if they get like 138, they'll be like, oh, that was decent. Like on a good day, some Terran players get like 137, but Clem, it's very, very good setups going a lot of the time. Also, his barracks tends to be faster than other Terrans here. 126. I've seen him finish a barracks at 125 before.
No way, you haven't.
Yeah, I have. The standard timing is 127, so it's a pretty big deal. No. Here he cancelled the Marine, so this CC timing doesn't count.
Disqualified.
Yeah, it's disqualified.
You write these things down, or do you just remember them?
Standard timings? No, but I don't actually know the standard timing on this map. This only has 3 close-by patches, so I think getting it here at 138 is actually very impressive, which I think would have been the timing had he started the Marine.
You should really just start making like actual notes of this so we can just really figure out 100%.
Like if this, I mean, but you can see that there's 3 close patches, no? So it's like he's supposed to have a little bit less money here. I don't know what the exact number is if you just don't micro at all, but I bet it's going to be like 140 or something on this map, or 141. You know, Last Fantasy, if you take if you get the top spawn and you don't micro your crap, you get like a 143 or like a 144 command center.
No.
Yeah, but only the top spawn. The other spawns are also bad, but not as bad as top spawn.
3-player maps, man. We just have more and more evidence they shouldn't be used.
I don't even mind Last Fantasy, except the fact that it's legitimately an imbalanced map, like because the spawns aren't like symmetrically balanced.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I mean, it actually does suck, and it's pretty apparent as well. Also, the rush distance with the Reaper there is insanely short.
I actually think a while ago we had a TLMC where there was... You had to have, like, 3-player maps, right? I actually think some of those were actually not bad contenders for 3-player maps, but Last Fantasy is not it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we could just try some of these, no?
Yeah, maybe. Throw one in
make the
there.
suggestions. Yeah. You're the tournament organizer,
yeah, they were from a while ago, though, so... be some digging.
Yeah, I believe in you. Alright, Hallucination Scout comes in, sees the Marine Reactor. It's gotta be a mine majority of the time, right? Stalker's actually gonna get blasted here by the Marines. Classic is... He's not locked in, as the kids would say, Wardy.
No, he's maybe suffering from those long semi-finals that drew it late into the night for Korea. Classic is not one of the guys that replies to me at 4 AM in the morning, so maybe maybe he has a less degenerate sleep pattern than the other guys.
Yeah, he just wants to go to bed, man.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Okay, second barracks already on the way. So this is actually really funny because this is a 2-gate into Nexus opener, which is allowed, but it can be very difficult against certain pushes. Like 1-1-1 or even like 2-on-1 pushes can be really difficult to deal with. And we have a mine that's now dropping. He's actually gonna get 2-3 kills here. If he finishes it, I think he should finish the shot. There you go. Oh, just a single kill. The splash wasn't in the range? Holy crap. That's crazy. Mine does manage to survive. Only 2 Marines go down. Quite a bit of mining time lost and a probe. So great trade here for Clem. Banshee tank behind this. I think Clem is going to do the same build as in game number 1. And I believe that it's going to work. Because Classic is just working off 2 gateways. He needs to continuously be building Stalkers right now if he wants to hold this. And honestly, Stalkers need to start moving across the map. Like, he needs to stop this move out from happening right about now.
Ain't stopping anything right now. Nothing at all.
Is this fake cloak? That is so high tier. Sorry.
People have been faking stuff in the starboard a lot lately, actually.
Yeah. I love it. I'm a big fan of that. Classic moving across the map here is probably the only thing that could possibly save him. He's going to see this pretty early on. And he has 2 more gateways that are about to finish up, which is a big deal. I think he'll probably need to shave off, like, I'd say like 3-4 Marines here if he wants this to... Oh my god, he loses a Stalker. Okay, that's not great. Like, he needs to shave off like 5-6 Marines, actually, if he wants this to be somewhat successful. Immortal is on the way out. Charge isn't done yet. Okay, loses another Stalker for a Marine and a medevac. Needs to get behind this army as well. Has good production behind this, by the way, which is super helpful. Stalkers are gonna snipe tank number 1. That was good control. Yeah. I do really like that. Pylon is the only thing powering this spot right now. Guardian Shield coming in. He's gonna blink on top of the tank, but a new Banshee shows up. Both of these Stalkers are gonna get blasted before the tank is even close to falling. And Clem, with the same build as in game number 1, is moving closer and closer to a 3-0 sweep here. SCV's coming off the line as well. I do believe that Clem might be taking his grand finals here, Wardy.
I do think you are right, because he is going to depower the Robo and just keep pushing up. He has so much power in this army, and this has just not been one of those better days for Classic, unfortunately. It has just not been one of those better days. Like I say, sometimes he really feels like he can play some cool stuff against Clem and have some competitive series, but this has just not been it at all, unfortunately.
Yeah. Banshee's hanging out in the sky, 3rd one shows up. Their damage output is so ridiculously high if they're not being attacked. Like, their DPS is really, really sick. It's crazy. I think it's something like 3 or 3.5 times a Stimp Marine, pretty much. It's like...
They're actually a really good unit, because they really are just glass cannons, you know? They have, like, the right amount of mobility to be able to get in good positions sometimes, but it never feels like Banshees are always going to be guaranteed doing damage as well. It's actually very well balanced, you know?
Yeah, it's a cool unit. Has a good role in most matchups as well. As yeah, we're seeing Classic still trying to hold on desperately, but this, my dear friend, is over. You cannot come back into this. I don't think so, at least. There's 4 Banshees out right now. Like, even just getting enough anti-air to deal with that is going to be tricky. Yeah, like 4 Banshees, they kill a big amount of Stalkers.
They beat these Stalkers for sure, even with the blinks, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you need... Even if the battery is on, I think the Banshees have a pretty decent shot. As he's just going to continue fighting over here. Some Marines on the ground as well. Still have like 7 or 6 Marines in the bunkers in the nat too. As now with a new Stalker weapon, maybe these Banshees are going to fall. But Clem behind all of this already has 1 tech lab, has an eBay on the way, still has 45 workers. And I'm just not really seeing it happen here, Wardy. Let me tell you, I'm not seeing it happen.
No, I think it's fair to say that Classic is hanging on for dear life, but he's going to be losing grip kind of soon. He's not going to be able to keep this going at all. That's unrealistic, I think.
I think so too. Marine tank is gonna get caught here by the Zealot Stalker counter attack, but we have a bunker on the way. We have a Banshee there. We have a new tank coming in, another Banshee as well. 6 workers have gone down somewhere. I don't know where the hell that is. I think it's in natural because we have some serious long distance mining going on. But yeah, 2 more barracks on the way. Clem is just gonna finish this off with a proper 5 racks. He just continues building Banshees as well. I feel like at this point it's almost getting a bit ridiculous. That is Banshee number 6 that just popped. I feel like at some point you do want to get Medivacs out. As one of the Banshees now into the 3rd base is going to try to deal some damage there. This position is actually going to get cleared, and Classic will maybe get another life for a little bit, but we have a 3rd CC that's faster than the 3rd Nexus. We have production that is legitimately very good. There is no attack upgrade for Clem. That is a negative. But there's also no Storm or Colossi out for Classic. And the no 3rd is really doing a lot of the heavy lifting here as well, may I add.
Yup. We are very swiftly seeing this game just pull away for Classic. I mean, there's 53 army supply to 80. He's going to go across the map to try and do a bit of something, but we are going to have Stim and Combat Shield ready, so the bio upgrades really are already in play. They're going to be plentiful, should be more than enough. And yeah, again, just really hard to suggest that there's going to be anything that goes well for Classic. He's going to lose probes to some Banshees that show up in the main base as well. He has no defense ready for it. There's going to be 7 workers going down. Banshees will go down as they try and fight the Stalkers. They even get another kill there, so yeah, just making the absolute most of their moments.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ay, 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 ay. 4 tanks, Stim, combat. Like, he has 4 zealots. Like, why are we pretending?
Yeah, I know. I'm not pretending. I'm very happy to say that this one is done.
I love the siege up as well.
the most unnecessary siege up of all time.
Yeah.
GG. What a dominating final.
That was fun though.
It was a fun
Very
day.
fun.
I actually don't mind a dominating final.